I know a lot of y'all probably think that because I share recipes online, cooking just comes really easy to me. But if I'm being honest, it doesn't. I am just as busy as you are. I'm a wife, a mom, my kids are in school, they have sports, after school activities, like we are in the thick of it. I go on field trips with them, I'm active in my community. I am juggling a million things every single day. And to be honest, I feel more like a cab driver than I do like YouTube content creator, whatever we're gonna call myself. I don't have time for overcomplicated fancy recipes, and my guess is you don't either. But here's the good news. Healthy 10-minute meals can be just as delicious as long, extravagant, complicated meals. And they can be pretty life-changing. Trust me, I know this from my own experience. And that's why today I'm sharing with you some of my favorite go-to meals that are super customizable. Whether you're cooking for yourself, your family, maybe you have friends coming over, you can serve them as is, or you can add whatever you need to make everyone happy. These dishes are on repeat in my house, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be on repeat in your house soon. So let's go ahead and get into them. First meal is a quick and hearty lentil bolognese, and the first thing we're gonna do is cook the pasta. This is the longest process in the whole dish. It takes about 8 minutes, so make sure you do this first. And you can make as little or as much as you need depending on how many people you're serving. I'm just eating this myself, so doing 1 serving right now. And while the pasta cooks, we're gonna cook our veggies. We're gonna chop up some mushrooms. I love this little chopper I got from the TikTok shop. I'll go ahead and link it down below for you guys. Then I'm gonna dice up a medium onion, or you can just use a large one. I also love shortcuts, so I'm using this pre-cut onions. I'm doing pre-shredded carrots just to save time. So just keep that in mind. If you want meals to go quicker, buy things that are already chopped or shredded. And then into the pot they go, along with a little brown sugar, fresh garlic. We're gonna add crushed red pepper, Italian seasoning. I'm also gonna add in there a little bit more onion powder. I know we have onion in here, but we're just gonna add a little more. And then I'm gonna throw in a bay leaf, some balsamic vinegar, and some low sodium soy sauce. And all of the directions and the ingredients are down below in the description. And then I'm gonna mix everything together and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until all that softens. And then after that, we're gonna pour in veggie broth, a big can of crushed tomatoes, and then stir in our lentils. And if you're using an Instant Pot, you're gonna set this just for 4 minutes, especially with red lentils because they can get kind of mushy if you go longer. If you don't have an Instant Pot, that's fine. I would go to the grocery and buy lentils already cooked. Most grocery stores have those, and so that's gonna allow you to have a quick 10-minute meal. Now, while everything cooks, I like to take a couple of minutes to clean up and put things away. It sounds small, but honestly, it keeps me feeling structured, disciplined, and it really helps me stick to healthy habits. And so I just highly recommend, as you're cooking, to clean as well. Just feels really good. And then when the timer goes off, you're left with the most delicious, hearty, filling lentil bolognese. It's packed with protein, fiber. It's so satisfying. I love topping mine with nutritional yeast, or you can do a little dairy-free Parmesan and fresh basil. So good. This next dish is a soba noodle bowl, and we're gonna make 2 separate versions of this. The first version is straight out of my 10 Minutes or Less cookbook, which is linked below. And the second version I actually just threw together while filming, and it turned out so good I have to share it with you. So for this first version, I start by chopping up some fresh tomatoes and setting them aside. Then I defrost some shelled edamame. If you can't find shelled edamame at your grocery store, you can just cook regular edamame and pop the beans out yourself. Next, I cook the soba noodles. They only take about 3 to 5 minutes in the boiling water. And once they're done, I strain them and mix in soy sauce, the edamame, and the fresh tomatoes. A sprinkle of nutritional yeast on top, and you got yourself a refreshing protein-packed noodle bowl. It actually has 28 grams of protein in a single serving. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stick around. On this channel, I love to show you how you can feel full and live full eating a plant-based diet. Really easy, that's the key. So if that sounds good to you, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a video, which is every week. Okay, back to the meals. Now for version 2, we're cooking the tomatoes. I start by sauteing a little garlic in rice vinegar in low sodium soy sauce, and then I add a splash of veggie broth. I add the tomatoes and then the frozen edamame, and I let them cook until the tomatoes are soft and start to burst. And while all of that is happening, I go ahead and cook the soba noodles for about 3 to 5 minutes, which is really the perfect time for the edamame and the tomato to cook. And then I will strain the soba noodles. I add them straight to the pan with the tomatoes and the edamame mixture. I finish with a little more soy sauce and nutritional yeast. And y'all, this version is warm, it's hearty, it's just as easy. They're both delicious. I'm not sure I could pick which one I like better. This last meal is a chickpea and spinach curry, which this recipe is also in my 10-minute cookbook recipe, and the link is down below. But for all the meals you're seeing today, the recipes for them I do have in the description. You don't need to buy the recipe book, so I'm giving them to you for free. But if you want more meals that are easy and delicious like this, actually over 100 meals, definitely check out that recipe book. So we're gonna start off by sauteing some onion and garlic in a little bit of veggie broth. Then I'm adding spices. We're gonna be adding cayenne, paprika, cumin, coriander, turmeric, and we're gonna give that a really good stir so it's nice and fragrant. Next, we're gonna add in some crushed tomatoes. I'm actually gonna be doubling this recipe today because I'm making it for my husband and I for the week, but you can easily make a single batch if you prefer, which is what the recipe calls for. After I add in some crushed tomatoes, I'm gonna stir in some chickpeas and then toss in 2 big handfuls of spinach, and we're gonna let that wilt down into the curry for like a minute or 2. And while it's doing that, I'm going to get my rice ready. Now I'm using frozen pre-cooked rice from Whole Foods. This is such a time saver. I highly recommend trying to find some of this. If you can't, I recommend just making a big batch of rice over the weekend and freezing it in portions so it's always ready to go during the week. Once the rice is done, I plate up my curry and top it with some fresh cilantro. This one is absolutely delicious, and honestly, I think it's the fastest meal we've made today, really. All right, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below, let me know which 10-minute meal you're gonna be trying first, and let me know if you have any other favorites that we would all love to know about, okay? I will be seeing y'all in the next video. Bye.